Welcome back to our final segment of Ferris Sports Update. Joined now by Sandy Gholston, the News Services Manager here at Ferris State University, but of course a longtime sports journalist, broadcaster on the Bulldog Sports Network. And welcome, Sandy, to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, Rob.
Kind of an athletics year in review in terms of some of the highlights this past season for the Bulldogs, and really been a great year for Ferris State athletics.
You know, it really has been a great year when you look at the number of team championships that the Bulldogs have been able to win, as well as the success individually of some of the athletes that we've had here this year. It really has been remarkable. It's across the board, different seasons that we've had this kind of championship level success, and I think it really speaks to the high quality of student athletes that we have at Ferris, as well as the great coaching that we've had, because some of these programs have been successful over a number of years. So it's really been great to see all these championships, and I think it's really built a lot of extra pride in Bulldog athletics, even more so than what's already there.
We'll start off in the fall, and obviously Bulldog football kind of highlights in terms of the team accomplishments in the fall. First ever 11-0 regular season in 106 years, and I know you were right along for that ride as the color commentator. Just talk about the football season, what that meant to the university.
Yeah, it was a great football season, and I think coming into the season we had a feeling that we had a team that was capable of that kind of success, and to really see it play out over the course of the season when we were sweating like crazy down at Southern Illinois at McKendree University in that big season opener, and then you could kind of feel that this maybe was a team of destiny, and over the course of the season it really played out that way. It was just a lot of togetherness amongst the football team, and obviously everybody points to Jason Vanderlaan, and for good reason, the Harlan Hill Trophy winner. But it's really a great team that the Bulldogs have, and they really showed it really from start to finish. You know, a couple little scary moments there near the end of the season, but a great effort by the team. First conference championship since 1999, and first trip to the NCAA Division II playoffs for the first time since 1996. So tremendous accomplishments all the way around for Bulldog football.
You mentioned Jason Vanderlaan, obviously maybe the premier individual winner for the Bulldogs this past year, Harlan Hill Trophy winner, more than 10,000 Division II players. Really a great accomplishment, not only for him, but for the entire football program.
It really is, and I think Jason will be the first to tell you that it really is a team award, even though it is technically an individual award. You know, he has a great offensive line that did a lot of great work, and you know, you and I talk all the time about the blocking of the receivers, the quality of the receivers, and even when we had guys that got injured, we had other guys that stepped in and really filled some roles. So it really was truly a team effort, and obviously Jason individually is kind of the centerpiece that a lot of people will pay attention to, but again, it's a great team effort, tremendous leadership on defense, you know, Justin Zimmer coming back from next year, as well as Jason on offense. So tremendous leadership from the seniors that are going to be there next year, and I think Bulldog football is going to be in good hands for years to come.
Obviously, not only did the football team win it in the fall, the volleyball team won the GLIAC regular season, won the GLIAC tournament title, and a program that's had a long history of success under head coach Tia Branda-Wilhelm.
Yeah, there's no question. You almost take it for granted because they've had such sustained excellence for, you know, about 20 years, almost 20 years, sustained excellence. And it really is a lot of credit to Tia and her staff and what they've been able to do. You know, even if they've had some changes in the coaching staff, they've been able to maintain a level of consistency. And obviously we have a great home court atmosphere in the Ava Glavin Sports Arena, where our fans really get in there. They're on top of you, they're loud, and they're crazy, and they create a great atmosphere. And they were able to capitalize on that, have some great success at home, and then they were able to translate that on the road at times as well, whether they were in region play or in the conference tournament. You know, they've had some success during the regular season as well. So really a great accomplishment. It's great to see them keep that going, and you know, as you get a chance to get to know some of those student athletes, you see why there's so much to be proud of. Great not only in the classroom, but also in athletic competition.
Going into the winter sports season, obviously, you move on to the winter season in men's basketball. What a season for the Bulldogs under second-year head coach Andy Bronkema, winning the GLIAC tournament championship at the end of the year and reaching the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, there's no question, Rob. When you look at Coach Bronkema coming in there, you say, okay, you got a young coach coming in there, being a head coach, and still relatively young in his head coaching career, but he really took the reins, added some great pieces. You know, we talked about Drew Cushingberry, Noah King being added to that mix with the veterans that they already had coming back, and those guys were able to complement those veterans and really get the Bulldogs. Had a tremendous stretch during the regular season. That, you know, you were a part of all of those. I was a part of most of those games, calling those on the radio for the Bulldog Sports Network. And it was really great to see them come together at the end. They had a little bit of a tough stretch, a very tough conference that we play in, but then they were able to pull it together in the conference tournament. Great victory at Lake Superior State to win the conference championship, and then, as you mentioned, on to the NCAA Division II tournament, where they represented Bulldog basketball and Bulldog Nation proudly with a game effort.
Certainly, men's basketball not the only winter sport. Bulldog hockey enjoying some success late in the year as they had a big month of February, finished strong, reached the WCHA Final Five for the second straight year, led by the all-time winningest goaltender in C.J. Mott.
Yeah, C.J. Mott's just been outstanding, and he really continues, and you and I have talked about this before, a great tradition of Bulldog goaltenders of late in that program. And C.J. Mott, statistically is as good as any of them that have been in the program in recent years, and he was able to help keep the Bulldogs in a lot of those games. Bulldogs able to get some pucks in the net at times. And you mentioned later in the season they started to pick it up a little bit, and then going into the WCHA Final Five, a great accomplishment for the team to be able to advance to that point. And, you run into a very good Minnesota State team that would give a lot of teams trouble, but tremendous success again. Great coaching job by Coach Daniels and his staff, and also the student athletes. Really looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring back next year as they try to make another run. And
finally, going on into the spring season, obviously some sports still going on, but been highlighted so far by men's tennis, winning the GLIAC championship, first time since 1999, first outright crown since 1994 for the Bulldogs.
When I used to write for the newspaper, both the student newspaper and the local newspaper, we saw a lot of great success in men's tennis, and it's really great to see them get back to winning a championship. And Northwood is such a juggernaut in men's tennis, and to see the Bulldogs be able to upset them and get that victory there and put them on course toward winning a conference regular season championship was just tremendous. A lot of excitement in social media, with athletics promoting the championship, and then the university at large, social media sharing it, really created a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement about men's tennis. And it's really nice to see some of those sports that maybe don't get quite as much attention get a little recognition.
Certainly, you mentioned social media, a big part of what happens here at Ferris State University. Yes. Athletics accounts both, or all three, really among the top 10 in the country. I know the university has a strong presence. How important is that?
Social media is huge, and this is the way that young people and even older people, such as ourselves, who are invading social media and drawing some attention there. And it's the way people are communicating. And if you're not present in social media, then you're going to fall behind. And so I think what athletics has been able to do with its social media, it really has set the tone. They've really set the standard, amongst GLIAC and even, WCHA competitors as well. So, and that's what we're trying to do as well with the social media at large for the university, really trying to have a great presence, trying to be innovative, trying to be creative and meet the needs of so many different constituents that we have to appeal to. And it's a lot of fun, and I just look forward to the challenge each day of coming in and trying to make our social media content relevant and fresh.
I know we've touched on men's basketball, football, obviously hockey, really the three higher profile sports in terms of men's sports here at Ferris State University. How much, with those programs having success as of late, how much does that help the athletic department as a whole?
Yeah, I think when we've seen the success of hockey and what it really means to the community and what it means around the nation, great publicity, obviously, when we went to the Frozen Four several years back, great publicity nationwide, if not worldwide in some cases. So it really means a lot. And with football getting back on track, football is a huge sport for us, and to see the success that we had on the gridiron in football really helps to raise it as well. And then, the success of sports like volleyball, men's basketball, track and field, doing some great things individually here in the spring as well. So it really raises the profile of the university and raises the self-esteem.
Well, Sandy, thanks for being with us here today in what has been a championship year for the Ferris State Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's been a great year. Looking forward to next year already.
That's going to do it for our episode of Ferris Sports Update here today. A reminder, you can follow all the action and get all the information online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.